Anybody wants to see a knockout tonight, let me hear a KO. This is our main event of the evening, and tonight, somebody's going down. Tonight, fighting out of the blue corner this evening, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighs in at 175 pounds, fighting out of Mason City, Iowa. Please give it up for Darrius. His opponent tonight, fighting from across the cage out of the red corner this evening. He stands 6 feet tall. He weighs in at 174 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal. He's a homeboy from right here in Kansas City, Missouri. Give it up for Vicious Bobby Voelker.
Referee Mike Anglin has the call for our main event. There was no love lost between these two at the weigh-ins last night. It was the most hyped up I had seen Bobby Voelker in a long time.
The crowd is hyped too. They love Bobby Voelker here in Kansas City, Missouri.
This sold-out crowd is electric. No touch of the gloves. Flowers comes out pushing.
Flowers with his hands very low though.
Giving no respect here to Flowers' power. Voelker pushing forward here. Again, a lot of head movement. Always fighting kind of that herky-jerky style there is Voelker.
Yeah, that's just Voelker's style. He likes that. He moves his head. He's trying to keep his head offline.
Did this even back in the days when he fought Robbie Lawler. Big hand out of Flowers. That rocked Voelker.
That was a nice short right hand out of Darrius Flowers.
Voelker quickly comes back though.
Voelker's throwing that big overhand right, but needs to shorten up a little and turn it over a little bit.
Huge uppercut by Flowers. Flowers stands back, going to the body. He's got Voelker rocked. Again, beautiful there, coming out of the corner by Vicious Bobby Voelker.
One thing you got to do with Voelker, if you get an opportunity to finish him, you got to finish him.
Big knees
Bobby.
here coming out of Flowers. Flowers is showing no respect for Voelker's power here.
Yeah, Flowers looks very comfortable in the cage tonight.
Flowers' hands are so low.
Nice kick by Voelker.
Voelker's eating a couple of big shots here and still keeps coming forward. Nice uppercut there out of Flowers. Voelker's starting to cover up a little bit more now.
And this is a pretty typical Voelker fight though. It takes him a little while to get warmed up and get into the fight.
Flowers again looks extremely comfortable.
Nice counter right hand out of Flowers.
Heavy hands coming to the body from Flowers, starting to pick him apart again in the corner. Voelker throws one of his own. Halfway through round one of this 3-round bout. Quick jab out of Flowers, again moving his way across, big knees.
Again, Flowers is just showing no respect for the power of Voelker so far in this fight.
Flowers has been so fluid in his hands. Voelker now starting to push forward.
That's what Voelker needs to do. He needs to push the pace, press forward on Flowers.
Big overhand misses from Voelker. Again, Flowers just calm as can be.
Nice right hand out of Flowers.
Flowers told me this would be his second win over a UFC veteran. He thinks this one will send him to the big show if he can finish off Voelker.
Need to see more feints out of Voelker.
Big leg kick. Flowers shakes it off. Huge uppercut. Big leg kick out of Voelker. Going back down again, trying to chop down that front leg. That takes some of the power off of those punches. Big shot. Huge takedown out of Flowers.
Nice short right hand.
Flowers answers with some uppercuts. Flowers is doing a great job of what I said in the keys to victory. He's not making this a brawl. Big leg kick out of Voelker. Big overhand. Voelker trying to find a home for that left hook. Now he's starting to jam up Flowers. Those leg kicks must be starting to hurt because Flowers now starting to avoid them.
And a shot from a long, far away out of Flowers.
10 seconds, Voelker ties him up. End of round one. A lot of work done here by Darrius Flowers. Voelker has eaten some heavy punches coming into this.
Yeah, Flowers won that round pretty handily. He did a great job, but I think Flowers looked like he was starting to wear down a little towards the end. He took that last shot he took was from way far away.
As we go to our Mattingly Lumber instant replay here. Or we don't, it's okay. But what we saw out of this here is Darrius Flowers had a lot of pressure for it. Now we're making it to the instant replay. Nice overhand there out of Flowers. Voelker lands some good leg kicks, which seemed there at the end to kind of make Flowers want to check him a little more and move away.
Well, exactly. The times Flowers really capitalized was when Voelker opened up really wide with his hands and his punches. Flowers countered well with shorter, faster punches.
Second round of this 3-round contest. Voelker got a little bit of swelling over his left eye. Bobby throwing heavy hands now, pushes Flowers up against the cage right in front of us here. Now he's working that head position game. Nice reversal there though out of Flowers, who throws an uppercut.
Flowers has done a real good job of landing short punches on the breaks from the clinches.
Flowers, nice takedown. Gets Voelker into full guard right in front of us here. Flowers starting to rain down a bit. Voelker trying to tie him up.
It's a smart move by Flowers to get a little breather.
Voelker trying to make a little bit of space here. As I said, right in front of us here in the broadcast booth.
If I'm in the corner of Voelker, I want him to try and get up immediately. I feel like Flowers is wearing down in there.
This is Flowers getting a bit of a break, putting the pressure on Voelker here.
Smart move by Flowers to get that takedown. Nice short elbows out of Flowers.
Voelker now making a move, getting his back on the cage. Flowers trying to lock him up to pull him back down.
Short little hammer fist out of Voelker.
Again, Voelker dropping some hands here. Flowers gonna try to take him down again. Again, he gets the takedown.
Flowers into the half guard of Voelker.
Big breath out of both fighters there, though. Voelker again trying to get his way to the cage and try to stand up. Now he is right in front of Flowers' corner. Big elbows there out of Voelker. That's a smart move in that position.
Voelker's creating a little bit of space. He needs a little bit more space to work to get up.
Flowers, though, here doing his best to keep the pressure on. Voelker looking to lock up his own. Ends up in a mounted position. Big elbows coming out of Flowers. Voelker with the reversal.
Nice 1-2 out of Flowers. Flowers looks winded though.
Flowers fighting with his hands down. Voelker throws a huge overhand that just misses. What a main event to close out the year again. Now Voelker shucks him off. Heavy hands coming out of Voelker. Flowers looks tired. Voelker's just
big body
off.
shot. And he
Voelker drops him. It is all
Voelker
over.
with a huge comeback.
What a fight, ladies and gentlemen, to close out 2018. Bobby Voelker finishes Darrius Flowers.
That is 100% heart and training and being in great shape that won Bobby Voelker that fight.
Bobby Voelker puts him on the cage,
Huge
starts
body
teeing
shot.
off to the body, finds a home, lands
Big
a giant
uppercut.
Sends Flowers to the canvas. Bobby Voelker shows what a true veteran is all about as we look at it again here. Shot to the body, big uppercut, drops Flowers to the ground. One more, referee Mike Englund has seen enough. A beautiful win. Let's send this one up to the cage to Stephen Bayer to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has ended 2 minutes and 56 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by TKO out of the red corner this evening, Vicious Bobby Voelker!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am here with your winner, Vicious Bobby Voelker. Now, Bobby, this was an incredibly tough opponent in Darrius Flowers. That first round was a hard one. Did he throw anything at you didn't expect?
No, I knew he was coming with everything. We expected that, definitely the first round. And, you know, I wanted to do more the first round, but I withstood the pain, the storm, like I always do. And I knew second, third round, he'll fade, he'll break, he'll gas. The heart will be mine.
So, Bobby, tell me what's next. As we look here up on the replay, talk me through the ending.
Right here, you know, I just saw him breathing heavy. We cut each other with both some good shots. I saw him go against that cage, huff and puff. I said, let's just exchange now.
All right, so what's next for you?
You know, just get back out there, train, let everything heal up. You know, it was a good little beating I took. I love it. Let it all heal, get back at work.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is your winner, Vicious Bobby Voelker.
Hey, everyone knows I'm not one to talk too much trash, but I remember Darrius said a little something to me. Let me think I can remember it. I believe he said, anything he can do, I can do better. So, Mr. Darrius, anything you can do, I can do better.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Vicious Bobby Voelker. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an amazing night of fights here for Shamrock FC 313. It's been a great 2018, and we'll see you next time right here at Shamrock Fighting Championships.